Carolyn Zook here with CZook Stitch, and today is Saturday, December 9th, 2023. Welcome to my channel about cross stitch. I'm really glad that you're here, spending part of your day or your evening with me. I know it's a very busy season for many of us, and I know you have a lot of, what did the airline say? The airline say, we know you have a lot of options, so thank you for choosing us. I know there's a lot of Flosstubers out there, so I really do appreciate you spending some of your time checking me out. Check me out. It's going to be one of those videos, you guys. Anyway, hi. I really missed you last week. It was the Jingle Ball. It was so much fun. I'm going to talk a little bit about it a little bit later. But it was so much fun. And we had a great, great time. And I am drinking out of my Jingle Ball mug that my friend Andrea got me. Isn't that cute with all the little motifs on it? Stephanie, this would make a really cute cross stitch. I'm just saying. Stephanie Webb of Lindy Stitches hosted it, and there were like 12 different designers. It was great, and please turn this into a cross stitch design. Okay, thanks. My friend Andrea sent this to me. And they also have a pink one, and I loved it so much. I actually, Andrea, you don't know this, but I actually ordered the pink one as well for myself because I just loved it. It's a good handle. I like a big handle, and it's a big mug. You can fit a lot in, and it's cute. So I have a pink one, and I have the green one that I'm drinking out of today. The pink one is dirty because I used it yesterday. So that is what we are doing. It's the end of the semester, folks. It is. The students are stressed and burnt out. I'm pretty well caught up on grading. I have a little bit of grading to do for my main gig, my day job. Then for my side gig, I have a ton. I got so behind on grading this term, and I basically have to do it all this weekend because, I mean, not for the whole quarter, but there's a lot of grading. Probably half the quarter I'm behind on. And so it all has to be done because final grades are due at 5 p.m. on Tuesday. And because this is not my main job, this is my side job, so I can't work on this job during my regular day job, if that makes sense. So it basically has to be done this weekend. I'll have Monday evening, but I don't want to interrupt my stitching time. See, this is the conundrum we're in. Anyway, it's the end of the term. For my day job, we have, I think 2 more days of classes this coming week, and then it starts finals. I am very lucky in that so far, knock on wood, my finals have always been at the very start of the finals week. So I think I'm in like the very first time slot available for finals, which is not something you pick. It's based on when your classes are, but so 8 a.m. Friday morning, my students are doing presentations, so they don't have to worry about a final. And I told them we didn't actually have to start at 8 a.m. We could start at 9:30. They were very happy. And then I am off for 2 weeks. We get Christmas to New Year's off, and I took the week prior off to finish up Christmas stuff and maybe take a couple naps. I don't know. We'll see what's coming up, but it's very exciting. Okay, I'm not through all the comments yet, but I did a flip through. I do these magazine flip throughs, and I know not everybody watches them, and that's okay. The people who do watch them commented, so I did a flip through of the Just Cross Stitch December 2023 issue. I think it's a great issue. You can see I have several things tabbed, so you can check that out on my channel. It's fairly recent. But we came to this Hannah Dale chart called The Snuggle is Real. This is the chart. And so many people loved it, and I love it. You can see it's tabbed. It's a kitten in a slipper. And I made the joke, "Are you kidding me?" And I thought it was very funny. And I still think I'm quite funny. Because it's so cute. So I think several of you wanted to start this. So I am proposing a Valentine's Day start. Wouldn't that be fun? A Valentine's Day, so that will give you time to track down the magazine, get your fabric and your floss. It's all called for DMC. Well, no. Well, wait. Okay, hold on. DMC, there's a little tiny bit of backstitch. Then there is some called for anchor, but there's a DMC conversion for the anchor. And then there's some called for Madeira floss, but there is also a DMC conversion for that. So I'm trying to see if there's any. It looks like it's all full cross stitches, no like quarter stitches. Little tiny bit of back stitch because you are getting the fuzzy in there. But so if you want to join us, I think that's going to be really fun. I know for sure Dawn is joining us, and several others. So Valentine's Day 2024, the Snuggle is real. I'll think of a hashtag. The hashtag will either be the Snuggle is real or it'll be Are You Kidding Me? I haven't decided yet. But yeah, so we'll be starting that for Valentine's Day, and I think that'll be really, really fun. It's a pretty small piece. It's not huge. It is 69 stitches high by 120 wide. Let me mark it there. So it's not super big, and I do think you could change, if you didn't like the pink slipper, you could easily change the colors, like if you like purple or whatever. So I think it's adorable, and I can't wait to start that. So let's talk about the Jingle Ball. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. My friend Tammy drove up she lives in Salem, Oregon. She's been on this channel. She is Tammy's Crafty Life on YouTube. I'll link her channel down below. You can check her out. She's great. She's my personal finisher, which I'll show you in just a minute. She brought something that she finished for me, so I'm super excited about that. So she is open, like if you have items that you need, particularly like pillows or blocks or anything like that you need finished, contact Tammy. She is wonderful and amazing and really, really great. So the Jingle Ball, it was $10, like main entry, and you get access to a lot of things for that $10. There was like entertainment that had been pre-recorded, and it just kind of ran all weekend. I think it was like 8 hours long. And then they just continuously played it throughout the weekend. So if you missed something because you were in a class or, I don't know, you wanted to sleep or something, you could still catch it later on throughout the weekend. Tammy and I, because we're on the West Coast, everything was a bit earlier for us. So like the ball started at 3 p.m. our time. So we actually sat and basically watched almost all the 8 hours of entertainment on Friday, which was so much fun. That alone, I would say, is worth the $10. And then we did both sign up for some classes. I think Tammy had 2 classes. I signed up for 3 classes. Those were an extra cost, but there were a couple of free classes as well. There were lots of stitching tables, which we did not go into because Tammy and I we were kind of like our own stitching table. We were just chatting and stitching. So we really didn't get around to going into the stitching tables. But I heard that was great. There was Stitchy speed dating, where you just can quickly meet new people, which I thought was a great idea. There were meet and greets. So there was a whole bunch of stuff. All that is included. The only thing you paid extra for was if you wanted to do the classes, which I did 3 of them, and I'm so glad that I did. Most of them I paid for just the PDF, and I sourced my own materials, which one class I did upgrade to the kit, and I'll show you that. And for the most part, that was fine. I mean, PDF is nice because it's instant gratification, and it does save, some money. But even if you got the kit, I would say it's pretty reasonably priced. And so this is a really great, if you've been wanting to go to a retreat, but you're nervous about it, or you just don't have the funds, this is a really great way to go to a retreat that is accessible for many people. You just need an internet connection. And I don't know, I think it was really fun and worth the $10 entry fee. So let me show you what I did. So first off, Tammy came and she finished Tutor B for me. This is by the Blue Flower. I stitched it last year and she finished it. Look at this. Look at this. It's so good. It's so soft and squishy. It's going to be perfect for summer. It'll be in my little setup for summer. I think she did a fantastic job. I got the called for velveteen by Lady Dots Creates, and I can't remember if I got the Chanel or if she provided the Chanel, but anyway, isn't this great? So it is so perfect. I love it. Done by Tammy. Thank you so much, Tammy. So that is FFO. I love having Tammy finish my things because these are things that are just sitting in a drawer. Could I finish them? Yeah, probably, especially with my newfound skills. But she's actually getting them done for me, which I think is huge. Okay, so let me first talk about the one. So I took 3 classes. One of them I didn't get done. The other 2 I FFO'd. The one I didn't get done is by Tiny Modernist, and it is the seasonal bookmark. The reason why I didn't get this done. So I stitched winter, and I didn't realize on the chart that there is a backstitch border all the way around it. And I was trying to do it without doing the backstitch border, but then I realized I'm taking this class, and part of the backstitch border is how you finish it. So when you are attaching this to your backing fabric, you actually go through underneath the back stitches. So I have the, what do you call it? Interfacing on the back. I have it cut to size, and then that's when I was like, wait a minute, I forgot to do this. So I did not finish. So with the Jingle Ball, if you take a class, you have 30 days where you still, after the Jingle Ball ends, where you still have access to the class. My goal is to finish this by Christmas. So I have a little bit over half of the back stitch done, and then I do have my backing fabric. You're supposed to use like, well, I don't know, supposed to, but like it calls for using the same fabric that you stitched it on. And what some people did, and it's just blank on the chart, it's just blank on the back, but what some people did, they did it really cute. They put like a little hedgehog on the back, or they put this little floral design so it's up here on the back, so it's kind of two-sided. Somebody also suggested you could put the spring. So there's a winter and a spring version that you could stitch a spring version, put that on the back, and then just flip it around depending on what season you're in, which I thought was a great idea. I have this leftover scrap that I thought that would look really nice. It's kind of bright, so I thought I'll use that for the backing. So yeah, I have to finish the back stitch border, and then I have to do the proper, it's the way you finish Briscornews is what I've heard. The way that they're teaching you how to attach it. So you like slip under your back stitch and then put the tassel on. I don't think it'll take me terribly long to finish it. I just need to find a couple hours to do that. So that's the one that I did not finish. But that's okay. So next up, this is all out of order. The first class I took was by the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery. They are fantastic. I have never interacted with them before, and they are wonderful, wonderful humans. So I FFO'd this, Season's Greetings. You've seen this piece before. I changed the color, the called for color of the candles and the words. I love how it turned out, and so do you recognize this backing? So I had a scrap left over, so I decided I'll use it for the bookmark because I had some left over from this. This fabric I was in for, I don't know, 6-8 months, something like that. I was in Fat Quarter Shop's Cake of the Month Club, where they send you like 10 by 10 squares of fabric. It's meant for quilters, but I'm like, this could work for me too. So I found that, and I just pulled it from there. And then the Lady Dots Creates palms. So what I learned on this one, I learned how to lace. This is my first ever lacing project. It is not that bad. It's not nearly as scary as I thought it would be. Now, this is a small piece, so it didn't take terribly long to lace. It does take a while, but it's pretty great. And I was trying to learn, so they were teaching you how to sew on the pom-pom trim. And I got so frustrated and so like, this looks terrible. It's going to take forever. And then somebody asked, can we just glue it on? And they're like, yeah, you can just glue it on. So I just glued it on. I mean, it's not perfect, but like you can see here, I maybe need to do some touch up. But you know what? I did it. The lacing, I am so thrilled with how it turned out. And there's the backing. So, super excited by this. FFO'd. Maybe we should put it up on this side. What do you think? So I did that one. Then there was a Liz Matthews class that was Festive Banners, and this is the one that I did the kit for. You'll see why. So here's my FFO. I might trim these a little bit more, the edges, so that you can actually read the Mary. So the Mary is what I stitched. It's like having bangs that fall in your eyes. I'm going to have to trim those a little bit. But Liz Matthews actually made all of these wreaths. And she has a tutorial on her channel of how you can make these wreaths. But I didn't want to make my own wreath. And, you know, it's just a busy time of year. So I just got the kit and it included everything you needed. She gives banners that say, I don't know, there's lots of different choices on this one. And one even says love, which I think would be great for Valentine's Day. So I might stitch up that. I mean, this stitching took me like a couple of hours one evening. And then you can find mini wreaths or whatever. I'm thinking I could find like a really cute like Valentine's Day wreath. Like just mini. These are, I don't know, 4 inches, 6 inches, something like that. And she taught you how to attach it on. And so you could put it on your tree. You could hang it on a doorknob, whatever you want. But I think it turned out really, really cute. And it wasn't that bad. It was pretty easy. And again, it just feels so empowered. I know how to do some of these techniques. So I thought that was really, really great. So that is what I learned at the Jingle Ball. And I'm super excited. I am excited to finish the bookmark. That's the only one I didn't finish. But yes, I'm so excited. The other thing, and I forgot to show this, the other thing that Tammy brought was a little gift for me. Not a little gift, but a gift for me. So Tammy, thank you so much. It was wrapped in this beautiful paper. She says she often will use 12 by 12 scrapbook paper to wrap gifts in. Isn't that gorgeous? I'm going to keep that because I can reuse it for sure. And she got me this journal. Does this look familiar? It's a stitching shelf cover. Isn't that fantastic? And it has this like, oh, that's so satisfying. And it's just like lined paper, so I can keep track of my notes for this piece, or notes for, I might actually use this for notes for Flosstube notes when my current notebook runs out. And then she also gave me this. It's another little notebook. And it's also a stitching shelf. Isn't that great? So thank you so much, Tammy. Oh, and she gave me this needle minder that she made. And then on the back is her Tammy's Crafty Life. So thank you so much, Tammy. That was so fun to spend with her. There was some shopping at the Jingle Ball. I don't think I have it. I did have one downloaded chart, but I haven't printed off the chart yet. So I think things are starting to ship now. So maybe next week I'll have some haul from Jingle Ball haul to show you, but I don't have any right now. Okay, should we get into whips? Let's get into our whips. So we are spanning 2 weeks here. So we have November and December. So I want to show you how I finished up November. So, and this, I don't know, I try to put them in order, but I don't know. Anyway, so in November, I worked on 'Tis the Season, which is this chart. And it is by Blackbird Designs. It is in the Home for the Holidays. And I think I put one more day in. This is on a color and cotton, I think it's called Blaney fabric. And we got some of the cardinal done. So look at that. So you can see it's starting to come through. You can see some of the variegation. I am actually, this bird, I think this is the one I'm doing this on. I am kind of not wanting a whole bunch of like variegation in it. So I'm trying to mix up the floss, you know, with variegated floss, you want to get 2 strands that have the same colorway, because if you flip them, then it won't be like, it won't show as much variegation. I am actually trying to do that. I see that there's some variegation there, but I don't want it to have lines in it. I want it to look kind of like a bird would in real life, right? Like they might have some markings, but also not necessarily a ton because their feathers get ruffled and, you know, all that. So anyway, I'm going to have a lot of extra fabric. This isn't quite the bottom, but there's not much below that. Well, actually, it might be the bottom. Yeah, actually, yeah, that's as tall as it goes. So I'll be able to do a second one if I want to. But that is 'Tis the Season by Blackbird Designs. So I worked on that another day. So that's going to go away for the year, the rest of the year. It's only a few weeks. The other one that I worked on was my 25 7-piece for November, which by Crochetta Go-Go, which is the Advent calendar. I love this one so much. So in November, I finished, this is a new start or restart in November. I finished this one, cat one, and I started on the ornament one. This one is so fun. I can't remember what I'm stitching this on. Actually, I'll have to look that up. But here is where we got to. So as you can see, you saw these two done. And then the ornament. So I got so much white stitching in this one. So I did do a lot of the little tie ribbon on there. And then I started filling in the ornament itself. So this one, once you get that white done, it's mostly just fill in and then it will be done. There's a little bit of back stitching in it. But this one is going away for this year as well. Oh, this is Color and Cotton Aged Paper Linen is what I'm stitching that on. Okay, then I worked on Christmas Dinner, and this was for the November monthly magazine acrostic theme, which was mountains. And the acrostic, which was, I'm forgetting, let me cheat here. We're already a week into December. Fox. That's the one I did. You could do fox or raccoon. I did fox. So this is the O for fox because it is my oldest chart. This is Christmas Dinner. It is still available by a chart. This was in a magazine from like the early 2000s in Stitcher's World. If you Google Christmas Dinner cross stitch, it will come up. You could still order it. But I love it, although it's a bit of a slog. I think I'm just stitching this on a white linen, maybe antique white linen. I've messed up somewhere and so this is where I worked a lot in this area on the mountains, and you could see I put in some more shrubbery there. I have messed up somewhere in here. I've like added a whole extra row somehow. I don't know how to fix it. And I mean, at this point, I'm not going to fix it. It's just going to be what it is. There are you'll see some blank spaces in there. There's some beads and stuff that go in there at the end. So that's where we're at. It is a long piece. I was going to put this on my year of whips for next year, but no, it's not going to get done next year. There's still a lot to do. And I get so disheartened because I messed up somewhere, and I know I've messed up here. Like, a lot of these are half stitches, which my brain just can't figure out half stitches for some reason. So I think that's part of, I'm going to blame that for why I messed up. So I am probably like right in here. So you can see I still have, like, I haven't really gotten into a lot of the trees. I mean, we did some trees over here, but I think I'm right in here. My goal is to finish the back and then come down to the front and do like the fun animals, because I think of this as the fun piece. But I guess when I get over here, I'll be working on Santa too. So there's like, I'm not even half done. Well, I'm probably getting close to this tree actually. So I'm starting to get into like more of the trees. But I haven't really done anything up front here either. So that's that. Yeah, so I don't know. where I messed up or kind of how to fix it. I also worked on Autumn Montage, which I will show you actually next when we go over December. December whips. Hold on, I need a drink of water. Okay, thank you. So my stats for November, I spent a total of 98 hours stitching. There were 2 days I did not stitch at all. I started the month with 52 whips. I had 4 new starts in November. They were Season's Greetings, the one that this one, the Bookmark, 'Tis the Season, the Blackbird Designs one, and the Festive Banner, this one. So I finished 3 of them. The only one I didn't finish was 'Tis the Season. So I ended the month with 53 whips. So a net gain of 1. Okay, so let's move to December. And again, I've had 2 new starts so far for December. But my December 25/7 piece is 12 Days of Christmas by Bothy Threads. Number 1 has been completed. It was completed last year. I am moving on to number 2. And I am just right over here on the edge doing a lot of green. Doing all the green. And so this is where I'm at so far on it. So I got the border. You had to do the border. I did that during the Jingle Ball. And I don't know if you can tell, it's like a cry neck in 2 strands. It's very blingy in person. I love it. And then I've just been working on filling in the green border. So nothing too exciting. You can start to see some of the shape coming out. And so we'll see. I'm not sure where I'm going to go, if I'm going to keep continuing with the green and then go back and fill in or start doing the fill in. 25 minutes a day, I'm not too tired of doing the green yet. You know, it's just kind of relaxing. So that is where I'm at. I do not expect that this one will get done. I don't think number 2 will get done this month, but we'll see. This month is going to be weird because there'll be some traveling. I won't be stitching, every day. And it's a full month. Like there's sometimes with the 25/7 pieces, I can say, okay, I'm just going to work on it for the full evening and see how much I can get done. That's not going to happen this month with that one, unfortunately. Okay, so next. So here's Autumn Montage. This is artwork by Janet Stever. It is charted by Pain Free Crafts, and I am up here. I still haven't hit an acorn yet, which okay, so this one I think is starting to come in. The partial acorn. I just can't believe I haven't hit an acorn yet. So this is where I'm at. So I did a bunch of fill-in recently over like in this area, and I'm just kind of moving it across. I am now at 2.87% done. So close to 3%. This is for December acrostic is Voyage. The theme is Vacation. This is the Y in Voyage for all the yellow. Like this is like a light yellow, and there's yellow up there. So this is Y for yellow. In November, I got 1,566 stitches. And in December so far, I've gotten 397 stitches. So I've just worked on it 1 day in December. So that's where we're at. I mean, I like it. I think this is the acorn that's starting to come through that's kind of off the page. Maybe this is starting the other one right here. But I'm going to pull down. I'm probably going to start working in this area maybe next to kind of even it out. I like to try to even it out and then move it forward. That's kind of my little game that I play with that. So that is on Montage. The other one I want to show you before I'm going to do my new starts last, apparently. Okay. So, Miniature Marvels. This is in the World of Cross Stitching issue 315. This is what it looks like. 315 is the issue. And it is called Miniature Marvels. It is designed by Jenny Vandeweel, and I love this one. If I were to have a style, this would be my style. Like lots of little miniature scenes happening. You have to look at it. You kind of see something different every time you look at it. There's like a lot of like Scandinavian. I don't know if you can see, like this is very Scandinavian to me. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So that is Miniature Marvels. I'm stitching this on a 28 count Dove Gray. Here's where it's at so far. And this is on my Year of Whips to finish for next year. So let me try to show you what I did. So I worked on this for 3 days in December. And those 3 days I got this little house done. And I got the church. The church is almost done. I don't know if you can tell. I don't know. There is back stitching all over. I guess you can kind of see it. All over the blue windows. There's like this backstitch design. I haven't finished that yet. I ran out of time. So this one I think is maybe done. And I have to do this one. But that whole church is done. I mean, that's a lot of stitching, right? That church is done. I'm so excited. So this one is moving along. I mean, I still have quite a bit to do. I mean, it's not a super big piece, but there's the skating rink in the middle I still need to do. There's some trees over here. And then there's a bottom border, but like that's about as big as it's going to be. And so you can see I have a ton of leftover fabric because like, yeah, I could probably cut this down, honestly. Now that I know where I'm going here. So that is Miniature Marvels. This one is great for stitching on because it's like when you read book, you're like, one more chapter, one more chapter. It's like, I can just do one more motif. I did purposely pick the larger motifs because, let me explain. In January, my friend Robin of Bird's Eye Stitches and we co-run the Magazine Monthly Challenge, and we run a game called Bringo, where we give prompts and you have to match up projects. You pick projects based on the prompts. One of our prompts this year, it was quite challenging. When I went to go like make my plans for Bringo, I was like, this is a lot harder this year. And I've heard a few other people have said it too. They're like, this is harder this year. And we're like, yeah, it kind of is, isn't it? We didn't necessarily do that intentionally. Some of the prompts we do keep the same, and some we like to mix it up, keep it fresh. We asked people in our Magazine Monthly Challenge Facebook group for ideas. So we took ideas from there. So it is definitely harder this year. But one of the things we came up with was like a roll the die. Or pick a random number from random.org. If you don't have, like, I don't have any, I mean, I probably have a game somewhere with a die in it. So 1 through 6, and whatever number you roll is the number of, like, motifs or items in your piece that you need to stitch. So I picked Miniature Marvels for that because it has a lot of little motifs that would be easy to finish. And I did go ahead, and this is so funny. I didn't know that we could pick our number ahead of time until Dina of Half Stitch Cross Stitch said, oh, so she had a planning Zoom call with some friends of hers. She's like, and we like picked our numbers. Somebody had a die and they rolled the die for us while we picked our numbers. I was like, wait, you could do that ahead of time? I was like, yeah, I guess. Why not? So I went ahead and picked my number, and I swear I did it honestly. My number was 2. I was like, okay. So I was purposely stitching around smaller motifs. Like I wanted to get the church done. That was like one of the bigger motifs of the piece. Cause I'm like, there's a couple of trees on the side and whatnot. So, I mean, I'm still going to work on it, right? Like my Bringo pieces, even though the requirement is 1 hour or 100 stitches, I still work on it for the evening, regardless of if I go, I mean, hopefully I go over that hour. The motif, the roll the die one, is not 1 hour or 100 stitches. It's just get whatever number you choose, get that number of motifs done. So that was fun. So like I kind of have an idea of where I can go when I pull it out next in January for Bringo, that like, okay, I purposely worked around some of the smaller motifs to get that done. Okay, so I did have 2 new starts. This is going to be the month of starts. First up, Ronnie of Garon Stitchery is doing a SAL. It's hashtag Ronnie Sock It To Me SAL. It is a stocking SAL, so you choose a stocking and you stitch it. This is a dimensions kit. I've had it in my stash for a while. It's called Enchanted Ornament Stocking. I know Amy loves toads. I know she finished hers recently, and it's gorgeous. I was super glad that Tammy was here when I started this because I had trouble figuring out where to start because the middle is not like quite the middle, right? Because you have the toe and the angle, like, I don't know, like. So anyway, she helped me figure out that the middle is actually like right in here. I mean, there's lines on the chart too that I could have used, but it was much better to use it because I was going to start it because like I'm a top left starter. And so I had it all pinned ready to start. I hadn't put in a stitch yet. And I was like, wait a minute, that's not going to work because that doesn't account for the toe. So this, I really did do a center start, but the center where you might think is like over here, it's actually way up here. It's very strange. It's very trippy. So that's where I started with these little houses. That ornament or bauble. I'm stitching this on a light blue Lugana that I just got off of 123 Stitch. The kit came with the fabric, but it was a 14 count Aida and it was very crunchy. So I just changed it out for this. It's almost the same color. It's just, this is a lot softer and it's an even weave. So you can kind of start to see the houses. I haven't done any back stitching in it yet. I've worked on this only 2 days, which doesn't look like much for like 6 hours of stitching, but that's what I did. I'm going to work on it one more day this month. And then I don't know, it's going to go away. I don't know why I keep petting it. So that is Enchanted Ornament Stocking. I feel like I should have started right in like a fun piece, but that's the center, is the fun, because there's a lot of background, like snowflake, white stitching. But so that's Enchanted Ornaments, and the hashtag is hashtag Ronnie Sock It To Me Sal. Okay, the other piece that I started, and I started this just 2 nights ago. This is, I'm starting with my friend Robin at Bird's Eye Stitches. We've had this for, I don't know, 1.5 years, maybe longer. And we keep talking about starting it, but it is Bling Tree Sampler by the Victoria Sampler. It is stunning. It is absolutely, there's all sorts of, so this tree is just full of ornaments that are sparkly and stunning, and there's some garland in there that's in like a cry neck. There are specialty stitches along the side. I originally was debating about doing the song lyrics, but I think I am. Well, I am because I already have them started. But so let me show. I am just stitching this on a 28 count. It's an artichoke linen. I don't know who it's by, but it's in the color artichoke, which is like a very light tan. And I started with Oh Christmas Tree to figure out how to get over here to the tree, because I want to do the tree first. Well, the directions say do the tree first and then come back and do like the back stitch lyrics and then the specialty stitches. There are 3 colors of green in that tree. I have the thread and accessory pack, so they're all fancy silks, MPI silks. You certainly don't need to use the MPI silks. They are lovely to work with. So that is where I'm at. So I have 2 days of progress on this one. This one isn't terribly large. I mean, I think there's going to be a lot of stitching because that tree, right, like it goes way, I mean, it gets real big at the bottom, but it's not a terribly huge piece. So, and it's been fun to stitch on. And I do have to mark off on my working copy just because you do have to pay attention in the tree to like kind of what you're stitching and where. But it's also very forgiving. Like if you mess up or something, like it's pretty forgiving because it's a tree, right? So that is that. Whew. That's all my stitching for the past 2 weeks. So I think that's everything. The Miniature Marvels counted for my V and Voyage for vignettes because there are lots of little vignettes kind of in that one. But other than that, I think that is all of my stitching this week. So let me pause and kind of clean up around here, and I'm going to pull my haul, and then we're going to have some giveaways, and then we'll finish up from there. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I didn't really clean up as much as I just pulled items. Made more of a mess, I guess you could say. Okay, haul. Like I said, I ordered some things at the Jingle Ball, which are being shipped. I've been getting shipping notices this week. So those will, they have not arrived yet, but those will be here probably for next week. So I have some Stitchy kindness first of all. My friend Anne sent me the loveliest note and these adorable note cards of all kitties. Aren't these the cutest? I think they are so precious, and I love that she saw them. This is what the card looks like. I love that she saw them and thought of me. And then they have a little kitty cat on the inside. Thank you so much, Anne. These are just precious to me. I love them, and I love you. I've started getting Christmas cards. Oh my gosh, people are sending Christmas cards so early this year. I'm not usually like I am a procrastinator, but like I don't wait until like Christmas Eve to do my shopping or anything, right? My goal this weekend is to get all my Christmas cards written. I'm maybe halfway done. I like to send them all out at the same time. I'm maybe halfway done. But I've been getting Christmas cards since like before Thanksgiving. So I think this one came before Thanksgiving. This one, isn't that beautiful? This is from Miss Dina of Half Stitch Cross Stitch. I saw this and I immediately thought of, she is stitching a piece by Mary Englebright called The Gift. And it's beautiful. And so I saw this and I immediately had that same feeling. I'm like, I bet this is a Mary Englebright card. And sure enough, it is. I buy my cards from Current too, Miss Dina. And then she had a lovely note in there, updates about her family and all that. So I got that. And then I got this beautiful card from Gary and Ronnie, and they're to Ginger and Princess Leia. I mean, I can't really read the handwriting. I'm just joking. So I got that as well. So that is very fun. I got a while ago Athena, Stitching Goddess Designs. She does t-shirts, and she had like a Christmas t-shirt designs out, so I ordered one. And the one I got, it's in Gary Green. It says, "Stitching grows my heart 3 sizes." I thought that was really cute. And I'll have to wear it. It has some like glitter on it. Well, like, I don't know if you can tell, those hearts are glittery. So that's fun. So I got that. That came in the mail. I got my Floss Frenzy. This is the Week Style Works colors. They are doing them. This is the November color. Look at them. They're like almost like pastel autumn colors. They're just going in alphabetical order. So it's not like, they're not like grouping them based on, we think these colors would look good together. They're literally just going through and doing them alphabetically, which I think is great, especially if you're trying to collect a bunch of them like I am. So those are very pretty. I'm not going to take them out. I ordered from Gary and Ronnie and the embellishment pack for Santa's sleigh, because I am going to be starting this with Robin in January. Robin is a terrible enabler. I can't be blamed for this. Then I also, in November, their focus on a designer in November was Kesslin's. And I saw this chart, and I think it's called Border Series 1, and I think it's just gorgeous. So I picked that up, because I don't have anything to stitch right now. And then this one came out, and I knew I needed to have this. This is by Le Petit Croix. I'm saying Croix. I don't know. Girl Point de Croix. It's called Christmas Window It is stunning. I have the Halloween window as well. I love, 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 love this so much. It's gorgeous. And then I have a few magazines that came in. So this had come in a while. I think I just forgot to show it to you. This is the winter issue of Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher. It is very thick. It's very heavy duty. So we have that. I guess 2 magazines, not 3. We also got The World of Cross Stitching. This is the December issue. So I haven't looked at either one of these yet. But this one, I'm so excited. Came with the 2024 calendar, and you know I love their calendars. One was a Beatrix Potter calendar. I think last year was a Hannah Dale calendar, and this year is another Hannah Dale calendar, but different stitches. Look at this kitty cat. Like, I want to do them all. Look at that bunny rabbit. Oh my gosh. We're going to need to have a Hannah Dale stitching. I mean, they're just, so you get 6 charts. Like, look at that kitty. They are so cute. So this is the freebie that came this month, which I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So that came in the mail. Then the other thing, I had mentioned this last Flosstube, sorry about the crinkling, is I mentioned that I went on Etsy and I bought some little numbers for my advent calendar the Crochet Go advent calendar that I'm stitching. Because my idea is I'm going to make like fabric covers for each of the days and then put numbers on the front. So I got these little numbers off of Etsy, a seller off of Etsy. They're wood numbers. They have a variety of choices and options. They have 1 through 24. I got the 1 through 25. They're just wood little Christmas trees. You can get them with 1 hole or 2 holes or no holes. Apparently I got the no holes. I thought I got one with 1 hole, but I must have gotten one with no holes, and I'm going to, like, I don't know, use fabric tack or something to glue it onto not the cross stitch piece, don't worry, onto the fabric square that's going to cover the cross stitch. So that is really fun. That came from, like, Poland. So it took a little while to get here, but they're perfect. They're exactly, you can choose the size you want. I think I got 1 inch, but you can get bigger if you want. So that came in the mail. The other thing that I bought, this is I think the last thing. I bought this. It is called a sewing kit. I'm trying to, so you can see here, let me, I got it from a website called Natural Life, which I am in love with the website Natural Life. They have just a lot of they are not a stitching site. They are just like home goods. They have clothes. I've never tried their clothes. They have socks. They have pillows, drapes. They're a very specific style. They're very like maximalist, bright, colorful. This is a little subdued for them. But I saw this and I loved it. It was on a Black Friday sale. And so it has the same thing down below. And then they have, so you can store stitching stuff in there. I might use that as an Ort jar. And then that just fits nicely on there. And then I put my Dovos in here. And that just sits by my stitchy spot. Isn't that great? I love it so much. So I got that as well. This Christmas shopping season, it's very much been like, oh, I'll get one of that for someone and then one for me. One for you, one for me. Treat yourself. Oh my gosh. Okay. So that's my haul. Then we have giveaways. Oh my gosh. You guys did so well on the giveaways for my 200th episode, which was 2 or 3 weeks ago now. Maybe even longer. I did it with Karen, Flosstube with a Friend, who their channel is up now. It's called Stitching Past My Bedtime. Isn't that funny? So check out their channel. But first, before I get into, well, yes, let's do the giveaways first. Okay. So first up is the Blue Flower Tudor Bee. Does this look familiar? Huh? So the winner of this is SharJ57. That is your YouTube name. I just need you to email me your address at czukstitch@gmail.com. SharJ57. You're the winner of that. We gave away this Buttons and Beads Christmas Village kit, and the winner of that is my friend Dawn. So congratulations, Dawn. I already have your address, unless you have moved, but I don't think you've moved. And it comes as a full kit. So I have your address. I will get that in the mail to you. I gave away Thanksgiving Harvest Fairy by Mirabilia. It came with the fabric and the kit, which is a 32 count natural linen from Zweigart. And the winner of this is Michaela Misakova. Michaela Misakova. So please email me your address and I'll stick that in the mail to you. I also gave away this piece of fabric. It's 32 count opal natural. It's a 23 by 27 piece of fabric. And the winner of that is Doreen 3792. Doreen 3792. Congratulations to you. I gave away Carriage House Samplings Sarah Spur chart, and the winner of this is Teresa Vedelich. Vedelich? I apologize. Teresa Vedelich 3524. I'm probably mispronouncing your name, and I apologize. But reach out to me so I can get that in the mail. And last but not least is the Hannah Sanderson 1849, because I have bought this 2 or 3 times. This is by Dutch Treat Designs. And the winner of this is Nanette McDougall-Dykes 9339. Nanette McDougall-Dykes 9339. YouTube has done that thing where they automatically changed everybody's YouTube name to kind of whatever they signed up with at the beginning or something. So if your name, I think you can change it in the settings so that you can have whatever name you want show up. But the default is now all these numbers and whatnot. Okay. So those are the giveaways. So congratulations to everyone. Thank you all for your lovely comments about reaching 200 episodes. I'm so excited. Coming up, we have our 5-year anniversary, I believe. And we're close to hitting 6,000. We're like a little over 200 away, I think, from hitting 6,000. So there will be more big giveaways coming up soon. But what I want to talk to you about now is this Signs of Christmas. So it's called Signs of Christmas. Isn't this cute? This is by Annie B's Folk Art. It is a month-long series, so I'm going to refer to my notes here. Signs of Christmas, it starts in January, and I am collaborating with Crazy Annie's for this. Crazy Annie's sent me this, and she sent one for you as well. And she's going to send me one for you every single month. Isn't that great? So if you want to sign up, I will leave the link in the description box down below. But it starts in January. It will ship on or around the 10th of each month. There are 12 charts total in the series. So it's Christmas themed. Each one will include a fun saying. So this is the first one: gingerbread bakery, old fashioned Christmas cookies, baked fresh daily. Very cute. I love that. I think it's so cute. Let's see. It says they can be finished as a flat finish with Lady Duck creates Chanel trim. Probably, well, it says 3 colors. May use 3 colors throughout the series, but they're still finalizing the info. Yeah, there's definitely more than 3 colors in this. They use 36 count over 2. And if you use 36 count, they are 5.5 by 5.5. So a little bit bigger than a normal ornament, but do you see how they have it finished with this bow and this bell? I think that's cute. They look cute hanging like on your door as well, or like as a pennant, a banner. Oh, so they're a little bigger than ornament, so they're not calling it an ornament club. But yeah, and this would also look cute on your tiered tray or an ado bowl. So they are offering the charts. You can get the fabric and the Chanel trimmed. It's all DMC, but they're not offering floss charts at this time. So signups are open. If you would like to sign up for this series, they do ship internationally, except to the UK due to the VAT tax. So international customers are welcome. They will work with you if you want to save on shipping, right? They can save up 3 or 4 months worth and then ship them to you. They said, I spoke with her and she said, yeah, it's not a whole lot more money to ship 4 charts, for example, versus 1. So that might be a way then you would get, 4 charts all at once. That's a way to save on shipping for you, to help save some money. There is a correction on the first one. I think maybe they got it corrected before they went to big print, but I'm getting these monthly. I think they're so darling, and she's going to send me one to give away to you. So sign up for the club. I'll leave the link down below. And if you are in the club, and you should still enter to win, because if you do win one from mine, she will just like either offset the cost or skip the month for you or whatever it is. So even if you're in the club, you should still enter to win. I hope that all makes sense. Let me know if you have any questions. There's a lot of material, a lot of information there I need to make sure I got through. But thank you so much to Crazy Annie's for sending me a chart and sending one to you to give away. So the keyword for this, if you want to be entered to win this adorable chart, say bakery. It's right there, BAKERY, open internationally. I'll mail it anywhere. So yeah, so thanks to Crazy Annie's for working with us on this. This is so great. And I'm excited to see what the other ones will look like. So say bakery. The people who won the 200th episode giveaways, I will probably wait until after Christmas to ship those if that's okay. Things are just so nuts, and I'm a little worried that things will get lost in the mail, honestly, with the hubbub of Christmas shipping. So if you're okay, I will ship it after Christmas holidays. And the same with this, but we will pull the winner next week. So say bakery if you want to win this chart. And then you can look for more charts coming every month that we'll be able to give away. So that's super exciting. Okay, plans. I'm going to continue with my 25/7 piece, which is 12 days, the Bothy thread kits. I am going to work on Enchanted Ornament, the stocking, one more time. So that will be my 3 days. I like to give things 3 days. As like a new start, I like to work on it for 3 days. Autumn Montage will get another day this week. And then I will have a start. Everything is buried now. I am going to have a new start. So first up is going to be for Miss Dina's birthday, which is the 14th. And she is starting on an ornament for a dog ornament. And she said, stitch on any ornament that you want for her birthday. So I pulled this piece because I have been wanting to start it for a very long time. It's called Happy Christmas Buck. It is designed by Leslie Tier, and it is in the December 2018 issue of Just Cross Stitch. And then when Tammy was here, she said, no, it wasn't Tammy. It was Anne, I think, my friend Anne, said, that seems a bit bigger than an ornament. So I double-checked the size. She's right. The design size on 28 count, which is what I'll be stitching it on, is 5 5/8 by 7 1/3. So it is bigger. And then I realized they're not calling it an ornament. I just had it in my head that it was an ornament for some reason. It's bigger than an ornament. So I reached out to Miss Dina and I asked her, I said, okay, here's the situation. Is this okay? Or do you want me to find a new ornament to stitch? And she was so gracious and said, stitch on whatever you want. So with her blessing, I am still going to stitch on Happy Christmas Buck for her birthday. So I will be starting that this week, which I'm super excited. I printed this off, I think, in 2019, because I was going to start it in Jolly July, because I was going to do 24 new starts in Jolly July, which I got immediately overwhelmed with. And this is one that didn't make the cut, but I really love it. It's a terrible photocopy. But I'll be starting that this week, so that will be fun. Then, what is this? Oh, this is the lamb's wool linen that I'm going to be stitching Happy Christmas Buck on. Okay, then I'm going to give Christmas Fairy Elf a couple more days. I showed this last time. So this, I started with my friend Candy, the 614 Stitcher. The Christmas Elf Fairy is what it's called. And I started, and then I put her face right over a snowflake where it made her nose look like it was sticking way out. So I'm going to frog all this. I'm going to try to get it frogged before I sit down to stitch it so that I'm not frogging during stitching time. And I think I'm going to move her face to be like right here. I have plenty of fabric, so I think I'm going to move her face to like, I don't know, something like right around in here, so I don't run into that issue again. So this is basically going to be a restart. I'm going to work on it for 2 days this week. And I think that's everything. I know this is a longer video, but I had a lot to share with you. But I'm super excited to be back. I really did miss you all. So I'll plan to be back next week, and I hope you have a great week. I hope you're not getting too stressed out with all the everything that is going on. My plans for today are to get this uploaded, pick up around me, and I'm going to wrap a bunch of Christmas presents that I need to mail out. So I'm going to be doing that, maybe put on some Christmas music, make some hot cocoa, and just wrap some presents. So I hope you have a great weekend, everyone. I'll see you next week. Bye.